The boy. The boy's name was Ferald, and he loved the whales. He was in a boat off the coast with his parents, and for just a few days the whales would be breaching. His parents had flown here just to try to catch a glimpse. His whole life, Ferald had loved whales. They just seemed so peaceful and large, and they sang songs underwater. Their whole language was music, and that made him happy. He was learning to play the piano, and he loved the sounds it made. What was even more amazing was when the notes started to flow, when the melody began, and song was born. It was like magic, these strange sounds, pinging, thumping sounds changing into music with just the right rhythm and care. His parents had rented a little beach home for the week. They were good parents in their own way, which was to say that they did their best with what they knew. Ferald was their only child, a child to people who had never wanted children. They did their best to treat him well, but his childhood was rather lonely. No siblings or friends, and his parents had no idea how to be children with him. Thus, often left to his own devices, Ferald liked to wander and travel on his own, mostly walks or exploring the depths and heights of his own imagination. It was their third day there. Ferald, close to 7 years old now, went out to play and run on the beach. It was one of those deep sand beaches where feet sink nearly half a foot when walked on, soft and fine from endless waves churning the small rocks over and over. The beach seemed to stretch forever, and so he walked along it, or ran, or stopped to look at the ocean. Time tends to have little meaning to the young. Hours can seem like minutes, or minutes like days. No one is quite sure why time works like that, but it does. It was late afternoon, close to twilight. The sun was setting to the southwest, and the mountains hid much of the light. The sky was still bright, but the beach was dim like evening. It was in this dim light that he sat down to watch the waves. The ocean was soothing. Its waves crested and crashed. They flowed into each other, becoming one before turning back into what they came from. The boy was lying on the beach. There were stars in the sky, though it wasn't truly night yet. The air was warm and it was clear. Whoom. What was that? It sounded like a deep breath or an abyssal vibration, something from the bottomless ocean. Whoom. It was coming from the right. How could he not have seen it before? A giant beached whale a few 100 feet away. Ferald got up and ran to the whale, his feet kicking up sand which sprayed behind him.